Welcome everyone. I'm coming to you live from the basement of a random building in the city. Very nice to see you fellas. So we are 4 weeks in. Time for a power ranking. Let's do it. A lot of things that happened this year. Crazy, COVID, possibly Patrick Mahomes. We'll see. This could be big for the Hammer Bros. Or could it? They have Dak. Great job, Matt. All right, boys, let's dig in here. All right. So, the bottom's pretty easy to round out. It will get interesting as we start going to the top here. We're starting off at the very bottom. We're in the cellar. Corey Donnelly coming in at number 12. Tried giving him some sympathy being the new dad and all. Congrats, by the way, Corey. But, nonetheless, your team is awful. So, congratulations on the 12th spot. Great job. You've earned it, truly. Following that up, yours truly, I will be taking the number 11 spot because just like Corey, my team sucks. Not really much to say there. Once I get McCaffrey back, I like the way my team looks. I got some young receivers trying to build from the ground up, but just not putting up numbers right now. We're not good. And that's okay. Now, coming in at number 10, also a new dad. Also, congratulations, Robbie Donahue with baby number 3. I don't know how you guys do it. I can't even take care of myself, so good on you. But nonetheless, your team also sucks. Coming in at number 10, also deserved. Your team is definitely on the up and up. Made some interesting moves. Let's do our first roster analysis here. Let's take a look here. I've got it open right here. Absolutely an A+ name, though. Put it in reverse, Terry. Love that. Drew Brees. Tough. Not looking like the Drew Brees of old. Joe Burrow, though. QB of the future. I am jealous. Running backs. My God. This is not good. Yeah, Devin Singletary. Todd Gurley. Receivers, though. I really do like your receivers, Robbie. This team probably should be a lot better. Underperforming right now. Juju, DJ Moore, and put in reverse Terry McLaurin. Big fan of Juju. Young, great receiver. DJ Moore, I think he's going to turn it up soon. Terry, good receiver. We'll see what they do with the new QB change. Darren Waller, solid tight end. Solid as they come. And Deontay Johnson, not crazy about starting 2 people on the same team, especially receivers, but they can both eat in that offense for sure. And the Cardinals' defense going against the Jets this week, always take the defense against the Jets. But, really not a terrible roster. And Hayden Hurst on reserve? Not bad. So, while you have earned the 10 spot this week, Robbie, I believe that your team has a chance to climb up the rankings. But, I have your first round pick this year, so I'm really hoping you don't make the playoffs and then your team just does really well so I can get a good pick. So keep going, Robbie. You got this. I'm pulling for you. All right. Now, wrapping around down to number 9, we've got our very own Mr. Corey Flick, newly engaged, so another congratulations in order. Flick's team is interesting. He's got good players, but again, they're just not performing. They're not doing well. CeeDee Lamb was a great pick. He is killing it right now. Jared Goff sucks. Leonard Fournette sucks. Dalvin Cook, crushing. Who else do you have? Don't you have another good running back? Oh, Barkley. Eesh. That's why. That makes sense now. Barkley on IR is an absolute crushing blow. That's pretty tough to the playoff hopes for Corey Flick there. The rest of the roster is just not. It's not there. Sanders is not good. Got some work to do there, Mr. Flick, but you're a smart guy. I believe in you. All right. So, just to recap, the bottom 4. Corey Donnelly, myself, Robbie, Corey Flick. Now, on to the next 4. At number 8, I have Larry. Obviously, the loss of Devontae Adams has derailed the season. There's no question about that. But he also has the other Devontae Parker. He's got a pretty good team. I think Larry is going to be making a couple moves up this power rankings chart once Devontae Adams is back. But for now, number 8 is all yours. At number 7, Mr. Matt Weiner. Trade guru. I had to laugh. Aaron Jones crushing it right now. You're welcome. Can't believe I traded you him. I've made some terrible trades in this league. I'm not a smart person. Kenyon Drake, not looking good. Lamar Jackson, okay. I think he'll be better. But overall, I think the roster construction is there. Just a tough division. That's a tough division. But the team has been putting up, I think he's last place in his division. Hasn't put up tremendous amount of points, but it's there. The roster's there. I also think that Matt could be making some moves and, further up the list here, especially considering who else is on this list. Because at number 6, our very own Michael Setti and the fantasy football team. This is a big jump for Michael Setti. I'm not sure if he's ever been this far up the rankings before. And I did spend a lot of time thinking about this, where I wanted to rank Mike. Yes, Michael, it is true that your team is number 1 in the division, which is stellar. Good on you. That's impressive. However, you have the 3rd most points scored in your division. You have put up a paltry 447 points. The disrespect is going to continue. I just don't believe in your team, and your team definitely does not have what it takes to make the playoffs. Your team's not good. And hopefully you use this as motivation and throw this back in my face and you can laugh and become playoff time. But I maintain that your team sucks. So, that's not bad. 6th place. Now, back down to number 5. Oh, I fucked something up here because I put Wiener at 7 and 5. So I got to figure out who I'm missing here. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, obviously number 5, Brandon Gerstein with Happy Galladays. Loaded at wide receiver. A very, very solid team. Look out for Gerstein in the playoffs. That team can put up points. He's got some guys that can bang and some guys that are absolute weak winners for you. He was lurking around in the depths for a little while, but he really rebuilt his team. So I think Gurney is a great example of how in Dynasty you can suck and then you can build for the future and you can become good. And I think that's the beauty of a Dynasty league. So good on you, Gurney. 5 is a good spot, especially now considering who's ahead of you. But I do think that we will be seeing Brandon Gerstein in the playoffs this year. Okay, so let's recap once more. We're going to go down the list. At 12, Corey Donnelly. 11, me. 10, Robbie. 9, Corey Flick. 8, Larry. 7, Matt Weiner. 6, Michael Setti. 5, Gerstein. Now, here's the big one. The top 4. Hold on, let me get the music again. Okay, we're back. All right, so at number 4, we have a perennial league powerhouse here in Eric Berman. Not much to say there. He's got a really strong team, has had a really strong team. I believe 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago? He's a recent league winner. I think. But his team's very good. Travis Kelce's the man. I love him so much. He's one of my favorite players. But Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, even with Michael Thomas out, Eric Berman is still at number 4. Look for Eric Berman to be on the rise once Michael Thomas gets back in the lineups and starts doing what he does. He's going to give you 20, 25 points minimum a game. He's just that guy. And again, I think that Berman will end up in the playoffs. He's going to have one of the better at least point totals and probably win-loss records, although that division is brutal. My goodness. Okay, number 3, big time. Now, I know this team has been waiting to be respected, and I'll give them some props. They're a good team, but they're not as good as they think they are, and I think that's the big issue here. So number 3, kicking it with Kareem, Alec, and Greg Z. So far, great job. Let me just go back so I can pull up the numbers here. 4-0, the only 4-0 team in MFL right now, which is definitely nothing to sneeze at. 506 points. Again, they're second to Brandon Gerstein by about 50 points in the lead. That's a big margin. Going back to what I said before about Gerstein, that team can bang. So, but 4-0, that's nothing to sneeze at. I'm pretty sure they got a sketchy win because Calvin Ridley put up a goose egg. But you know what? You can only play the team that's in front of you, so props to you, Alec and Greg Z. Let's go in and look at the roster construction here. Deshaun Watson, he's not going to kill you, but I just don't see him as a guy that's going to win the week for you. He's a mid-level QB right now. He's all right. Chris Carson, Kareem Hunt, stud. Fantastic. Stephon Diggs, I don't know how he's done this year, but I've never been in love with him, but he's a serviceable, probably like wide receiver too. Laviska Shenault, killing it, but DJ Shark is better. Sorry. Fuck you guys. Crowder, I like him. I like him obviously a lot better in a PPR league, but he's getting the job done. I mean, somebody's got to catch the ball in the Jets. Or do they? They're so bad. Jonnu Smith at tight end. Or, no, he's in the flex spot. I love that. With Hunter Henry. I like that a lot. On backup, really love Justin Herbert. He's looking really good. But other than that, you got nobody else. Le'Veon Bell sucks. So, I think that this team will have a hard time remaining in third place in the power rankings. But again, 4-0 team leading their division. They have earned this spot for the time being. Number 2, I think we all know who number 1 is. So number 2, Chris Gallietta. Chris Gallietta is another one. People have doubted him. People have said he doesn't know what he's doing. They've said that he sucks at fantasy football, that he's a fag. Just kidding. He's number 2. His team, crushing right now. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Josh Jacobs, and who's his other running back? Oh, Joe Mixon. 3-headed monster. He's absolutely crushing. I mean, this is definitely better, in my opinion, than Flick's 3-headed monster at running back. And if only Antonio Brown was still playing. Like, that kind of fucked Chris over. But still, Calvin Ridley, a couple other good pieces. That's a strong team. They're putting up points. So, congrats to you, Chris. Number 2, well-deserved. We will definitely see your team in the playoffs. And number 1, not really much to say here. It's Hammer Bros. They have the best team on paper by far. They have guys all over the roster that are putting up stud numbers. And recently been bolstered by the Zeke trade. That's just it's a damn good football team with a damn good roster. And they are the team to beat this year, clearly. But they are most certainly favorites to three-peat. So that's it, boys. Let's run through it one more time, and then I'll sign off. We got Corey Donnelly at 12, me at 11, Robbie at 10, Corey Flick at 9, Larry at 8, Wiener at 7, Mike Setti at 6, Gerstein at 5, Berman 4, Alec and Greg Z at 3, Chris at 2, and the Hammer Bros number 1. All right, boys, let's hope that the fantasy week actually happens this week. There's been a lot of fucking COVID reports. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Kamish out.